Have you ever wondered whether there's a simpler way to practice, one that cuts through all the complexity of spiritual systems and gets straight to the heart of awakening? Have you ever thought, do I really need to chant countless scriptures or attend endless rituals just to find peace? What if I told you that 108 words, yes, just 108, could contain the distilled wisdom of a lifetime of spiritual cultivation? Welcome back to the channel. I'm honored to be with you again, and today's episode carries a rare and precious teaching, one that traces back to the legendary 6th patriarch of Zen Buddhism, Master Huinen. For generations, these 108 words have been regarded not only as profound, but revolutionary. Why? Because they shift the entire focus of spiritual practice from outer form to inner realization. Whether you're a long-time practitioner or someone just beginning your path, today's message might realign everything you thought you knew about progress on the spiritual path. Let's begin by stepping back for a moment. In the world of spiritual practice, it's easy to become overwhelmed. There are endless sutras to recite, mantras to memorize, prostrations to complete, ceremonies to attend, and rules to follow. While each of these has its own merit, the danger lies in mistaking form for essence. You begin to believe that the act itself is the transformation, that just because we go through the motions, we are growing. But is that really the case? Master Huinen taught otherwise. As the last great patriarch in the Chinese Zen tradition, Huinen emphasized direct realization over ritual, insight over intellectualism, presence over performance. And in this short, powerful teaching, just 108 characters in the original Chinese, he gave a crystal clear roadmap to liberation. But this isn't just a summary of Buddhist thought. It's a blueprint for how to live, how to see the world, and how to truly practice, even if you never set foot in a monastery. So, what do these 108 words teach us? They begin with a single, radical idea that all dharmas rise from the mind. Not some dharmas, not just the spiritual ones. Look then. Where suffering, your peace, your success, your failures, every experience, every perception, every belief originates in the mind. The mind is not just a passive receiver of life. It is the projector, the sculptor, the storyteller. What does that mean for your spiritual practice? It means that no matter how many scriptures you chant, if your mind is filled with delusion, attachment, or judgment, those recitations are just nays. Means that no matter how many incense sticks you offer, if your heart is not open, the smoke rises to nowhere. But it also means this: if your mind is pure, even washing dishes can be sacred. Then silence becomes song. Then suffering becomes the path. One of the most striking lines in Huinen's teaching says this: if the mind is free of defilement, what need is there to seek blessings outside? Let that sink in. You don't need to chase luck, perform spiritual transactions, or accumulate merit-like kinds. You don't need to keep asking the universe for what you already carry within. You need to uncover it, polish it, protect it from the dust of distraction. So how do we do that? Let's walk through the practical implications of this core idea, starting with the most important of all: attention. Huinen repeatedly emphasized mindfulness not as a technique, but as a way of being. Every moment is an opportunity to wake up. When you eat, eat with awareness. When you speak, speak with honesty. When you think, observe the thought without clinging. When you act, know whether it comes from love or fear. That's real practice, not just retreat centers or temples, but your kitchen, your office, your conversations, your thoughts. Every moment is the temple, every breath is the chant. Other crucial insight embedded in the 108 words is the idea that clinging especially to identity is the root of our suffering. Huinen taught that we are not our roles, ye are not our opinions, ye are not our past, ye are not even our name. All these are constructs and costumes we wear in the drama of life, but when we mistake the costume for the soul, we become trapped, ye defend illusions, ye suffer over fandoms. So Huinen's teaching urges us to see through appearances when we realize that the self we try so hard to protect is just a collection of thoughts, memories, and habits. So we begin to loosen our grip, and in that loosening, we find freedom. Other powerful element in the teaching is the emphasis on the here and now. Most practitioners fall into two traps: either they obsess over the past or regret mistakes, grievances, or they live in the future, hopes, affairs, fantasies. Both are prisons, both steal our presence, but liberation is always now, not when you get a new job, not when your partner changes, not when you reach some imaginary spiritual level. The 108 words are a reminder that awakening is not a distant destination, it is a present possibility. But what about the challenges of modern life? You might say, it's easy for monks in the mountains to be mindful, but I have bills, kids, deadlines, drama. Exactly. That's why this teaching is so valuable. It was given for householders. Huinen knew that not everyone could abandon the world, so he gave a path that could be walked in the world. You don't need to renounce your life. You need to return to it, awake. When you wash your hands, feel the water. When you listen to a friend, really listen. When you're stuck in traffic, breathe. These are not interruptions to your practice, they are your practice. Let me share the story of a single mother of two who came across the 108 word teaching during a dark period in her life. Her marriage had ended, her finances were strained, and her spirit was exhausted. Friend gave her the teaching printed on a small card, and at first he shrugged it off. This can't help me, he thought. But one night, overwhelmed with anxiety, he read it again. The line struck her, so when the mind is still, all is clear. He decided to try something different. Instead of reacting to every problem with panic, he began observing her mind. When fear rose, he didn't fight it, she acknowledged it. When anger surged, he didn't suppress it, she breathed through it. Slowly, her relationship with life changed. He became less reactive, more compassionate. Her children noticed, her friends noticed. The outer world hadn't changed, but her inner world had, and that made all the difference. That's the power of inner practice. There's also a line in the teaching that warns against pride in practice. Do not boast of your merit, it says. Why? Because pride creates separation. It says, I'm better. But true practice dissolves the ego. It reminds you that all beings are on the path, just at different stages. The moment you feel spiritually superior, you've fallen into delusion. Real humility isn't thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. It's knowing that grace flows not to the clever, but to the quiet-hearted. And what about those who feel discouraged? You might be thinking, I've been practicing for years, but I still lose my temper, still get jealous, still judge. That's okay. Practice is not perfection, is presence. Every time you catch yourself and return to awareness, you are deepening your roots. Every time you choose kindness over ego, you are planting seeds. Progress is not always visible. Sometimes the tree grows in silence. Trust the process. To conclude, these 108 words are more than philosophy. They are a mirror. They reflect who we are and who we can become. They strip away the noise and return us to essence. They remind us that we are not separate from truth, your truth, when we are still enough to hear it. So carry these words with you, not in your pocket, but in your heart, and when the world feels overwhelming, return to them. They are a compass, pointing you back to presence, to clarity, to home. Thank you for watching this video. If these words touched something in you, let us know in the comments. Have you ever had a moment when everything fell silent and truth emerged? Share your story. You never know who you might inspire. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the channel if this content helps you grow. Together, let's keep walking the path, one breath, one word, one moment at a time. We'll see you in the next video.